With Juvia's death happening within the recent chapter of Fairy Tail chapter 499, I myself have begun to think a lot about who we might see die next within the Fairy Tail manga. Now, a lot of people believe that she's just going to be coming back very soon. Some people will go on to the extent of saying like she's as dead as Gajiel, who, as we know, came back like 2 chapters after dying. I myself am kind of on the fence with that type of stuff. I don't really know if we'll be seeing her coming back or not. I can't really make my judgment on that, but nevertheless, that's besides the point. So, with Juvia's very recent death within the manga series, I can't help but constantly be asking one singular question: who is next? Now, within the manga right now, let's be honest here, we're basically sitting on the climax of the Alvarez War arc. We're beginning to see some huge fights start to play out and whatnot, but with war, it's very obvious that there has to be some casualties on both sides of the spectrum. So I'm beginning to question personally where we're going to be going from here in regards to deaths within Fairy Tail. And I have to be honest with you guys, considering the way things seem to be going within the manga right now, I am honestly questioning if we could start to see the death very, very soon of Gray. Before I start getting mauled within the comment section, I do want to go ahead and say why I believe this is a possibility and why I personally believe this is actually really likely to happen very soon. So to start, I feel as if Gray's on a downward spiral from here and whatnot within the manga. He has lost so much within the series so far. He's lost his parents, his master Ultir, he lost his father again, and just to top it all off, he lost the one that he loved, Juvia. If I'm to be completely honest with you guys, I am really surprised that Gray has held on to his sanity this long within the manga. But at this point, I really cannot see him retaining his sanity any longer, and if he is to lose his sanity, this leads us to the question of what happens next within the manga for Gray. Now, personally, I've said this before, but I really strongly believe that Invel is going to be the one to tell Gray about E.N.D. At this point, it just seems the most logical option for Hiro to take, in my personal opinion, and it would really propel the story in a forward direction, the likes of just what we've never seen before. Now, you're probably asking, how exactly will Gray die? Now, for this, I've come up with 2 different theories. Now, the first one is very self-explanatory. He dies during a fight against Natsu. Now, during their fight, I'm a strong believer that we're going to see Gray tap into his inner darkness that Invel mentioned he had inherited from his Devil Slayer magic, and Natsu will officially reach that E.N.D. form that has been hyped up so very much within the Fairy Tail community as of recently. And considering Natsu's E.N.D. form is said to be the most powerful of all the Aetherius forms in the 9 books of Zeref, or however many books there are, excuse me if I was wrong there. No offense to Gray, but I do believe we will see Gray take that L in the form of a death. The second theory, however, is a theory that I find to be really cool, and I find it just to be the perfect way for Gray to go out if he were to die. And that would be through a sacrifice. Now, think about it like this. So many people in Gray's life have sacrificed themselves for him. We have we have Ultir, even though it wasn't really intentional, but nevertheless, we have Silver as well, and lastly, we have Juvia. This is why I believe would be the most ideal way for Gray to die within the manga. Now, as for who he may sacrifice himself for, that's a really tricky question to answer, to say the very least. I would honestly have to say, though, that it may be a sacrifice for Natsu. That would absolutely hit home for every Fairy Tail manga reader. Like, let's be honest here, you'll be bawling your eyes out. Like, we know that Natsu and Gray basically share a brotherly bond, and sometimes you gotta make those sacrifices when it comes to a bond as sacred as that. So I think it would make the most sense to see Gray sacrifice himself for Natsu. As well, if Gray is to die within the manga, I believe that Gray and Juvia's relationship would definitely continue on to the afterlife. Now, this would be an amazing way for Hiro Mashima to go about pairing them, in my personal opinion. It would really give some deeper meaning to their relationship. Something like, not even death can get in the way of their love for each other. It just seems like a great way for Gray to go out if he is to die. Nevertheless, go and share your opinion in the comment section below. If Gray is to die, how do you think he would die and why? As well, I want to go and take some time to go and welcome all of the brand new subscribers, and as well, I want to go and take some time to thank Underrated Mage so much for all of this. I'll be honest, this is literally the opportunity of a lifetime on YouTube. He has given me the boost I need for my channel to get somewhere really far with YouTube, and I would not be taking grand for this in the slightest. Bro, it's grind time. Nevertheless, as I said before, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, a like is much appreciated, along with a subscription to my channel if you haven't done so already. I'll go and see you guys next time. Peace.